Hey, this is Mike Addis. We're back to you again. This video is going to be about investing. Where are you going to put your money? I mean, a lot of these guys come out and say cash is trash. I don't want cash. The same guys that say they don't want cash, when the COVID hit, the first thing they kept running around for was cash. Why? Because they didn't have enough cash to support the fact that their businesses were imploding. So if you owned a lot of real estate, I know guys that own a lot of real estate, people start paying their rent. What happens when you don't have the cash to cover the mortgages and keep yourself afloat? So you have to maintain a certain level of cash all the time. I have overly too much cash because that's cash is used in our businesses to invest and buy things and then resell them. So we're always building cash and using the money to invest in other things, or building some buildings in another country right now. That's where some of the cash is going to be going, and that'll turn into income. So that becomes an investment. So you have to have some kind of a machine that's constantly bringing in money. I'll peel off a certain amount of money, not only for real estate, but for buying more stock. So if I see a stock that I'm interested in and I want to continue to accumulate Apple, which I do, I don't wait around, I just keep accumulating. If I don't feel strongly about one particular company, I might go in and buy the Vanguard 500, so the 500 index, because the money's going to go somewhere. So it's either going to stay in your bank account, earning less than 1%, or you're going to invest it somewhere. Now, people keep pushing real estate. Yeah, that's fine. The best place to invest your money is in your own business. So most of the cash that I have, or it's available, it's the family's cash, because I don't have any cash myself, gets reinvested in the business. And if it's not being reinvested in the business, and our primary business is the asset recovery business, so I'm looking around for assets, I'm trying to buy them at low prices, I bring them in, I sell them, I accumulate more cash, and I continue the process over and over again. So cash continues to increase. Warren Buffett, for example, has $137 billion in cash. What does he do with the cash? Well, he just uses it in short-term investments, so if he needs to liquidate that cash and buy something else. But his position is, I always want to have enough cash to keep a comfort level. So I have 5 years of cash available. If something goes wrong and some other crazy thing happens in the world, because something's always going to happen, I have enough cash to live on for years. On the other hand, I continue to take certain amounts of that cash and invest it somewhere. You can put it in stock, publicly traded companies. You can buy small companies or create a new company. I'm always looking to create new businesses. That's number two. Okay, so publicly traded companies, privately held companies, and real estate. Those are the three big ones for me. Now, is there other places to put the cash? Yeah, but the one thing you have to remember when you have cash, it's very easy to put it somewhere. And then all of a sudden you get into trouble and you need to cash out whatever you bought. You made a mistake. And then all of a sudden you need cash. You say, well, I'm going to invest in the stock market. So you have $100,000 or you have $10,000, say you have $5,000 in cash, and you put $4,000 into that. The stock goes down. You leveraged it, which means you borrowed the money from the brokers that and all of a sudden they say, well, you need to give us more cash. We only have $1,000 left. Now all of a sudden you're in a cash squeeze and you're in a cash short. So that's one of the reasons why I'm in business, because a lot of guys, they run out of cash. And in order to keep their businesses going, they have to sell me their products, which are primarily mobile devices or use technology. They need that cash. They just don't have enough coming in. Businesses slow down and they don't have enough people like me to go in and buy it. And that's when I swoop down and I buy it. It doesn't have to be inventory, it could be publicly traded companies. So what's the point of the whole video? The name of the game is you have to produce cash. That's the lifeblood of every business, of every human being. It's about the money. It's always just about the money. And the more money you have, and the more money you have coming in, then the more opportunities you have to invest it, preferably in things that you don't have to work at every day. So I want to take the money and I want to invest it somewhere. And I want to get a return on that investment without doing anything. So I own businesses like trucking businesses where I own the trucks. I lease out the trucks to guys. They go to work. Money comes in. I get paid for that every month. I don't run the trucks. The trucks break down. It's on them. It's not on me. I own real estate. People have to pay the rent. They don't pay the rent. I go back to them and I work out a deal. I'm not into this eviction silliness. I always want to work things out. I don't want to get into fights or arguments or anything. It's not good for business. If I can work things out, fine. Years and years and years ago in Las Vegas, I had a lot of properties, 20, 30, 40 properties at a time. And guys just wouldn't pay no matter what. They had all kinds of issues. I had to evict them. But that was rare. And the judges knew me, and I would go in very, very quickly if I couldn't work something out, and I could see they were just jerking me around, and I exited them out so I could bring new people in, and they would continue to pay the rent. So real estate's a great way to make money. But once again, you have to have money coming in. And so how do I get the money coming in? The money comes in primarily through my businesses that I operate, and then I have to reinvest that money somewhere. Warren Buffett, I'm just doing it on a minuscule way that Warren Buffett does. He has all these businesses, many businesses. Some bring in dividends. The railroad business brings in money every day. He has See's Candy. They're selling candy all the time, so cash is always coming in. What does Mr. Buffett do? Well, he has to put the money somewhere. And if he doesn't have a big enough transaction to put it anywhere, he just holds on to it. He just keeps growing the cash position. I don't think it's by design. He's still going to keep a certain amount of cash that keeps him, like he says, I need to keep a certain amount of cash so I feel good about it. I have a certain amount of cash, I feel okay. If something happens like this COVID thing, no problem. It didn't affect me at all. Just slid right through it. So the key is work for yourself, bring in a lot of money from running business. We're showing you how to run these businesses and operate them. Don't forget to ask questions. This is Mike Addis. Where to invest your money and how to invest it. Be conservative when you start off. Don't just jump into everybody's advice. Everyone has an idea, and the ideas are not worth anything. Do your own research, make your own decisions, and try to get your own business up and running. It's Mike Addis, Carlsbad, California. Where to invest your money. Thanks for joining us. It's always our pleasure to bring you these videos. Don't forget to hit the subscriber button. We want you to subscribe. We want to keep these videos keep coming at you over and over and over again. We're producing 2, 3, 4, 5 videos every week. Don't forget to ask questions and comments. Thanks for joining us. See you on the next video.